Hey guys, welcome back to Tech Tip Tuesdays. I'm your technician Aiden down here at Young Powersports in Layton. And today we're talking about carburetors.
Wow. So you're pulling your 110 out of the shed, first time of the year. It's been sitting there all winter. You've got old gas in the tank. One trick we like to do is drain the float bowl before you ride it for the first time, because that fuel that's in there is gonna rot a lot faster than what's in the tank because it's always exposed to air. So before we do that, we wanna make sure our fuel petcock is off like it's supposed to be when it's stored. And then we're gonna come down here, and most of the time there's gonna be a little Phillips right there. You're just gonna back that out, and then you should see fuel come out of this little vent line right here. That's all the gas that was sitting in your float bowl just rotting all winter long. We don't wanna run that through the engine, okay? That's nasty gas that's been exposed to oxygen all winter and has evaporated, gathered gunk, anything you can think of. And once we've done that and all our fuel is out, we can tighten that screw back up, open our fuel petcock, and we're good to ride for the season. And if your bike still doesn't run after you've done all that and drained the float bowl and everything, you're probably gonna need to do a carb service. You're gonna need to disassemble your carburetor and likely buy yourself a rebuild kit, just like we have here. It's gonna come with all your new jets, springs, and your float bowl gasket. And while you're in there replacing all this, you wanna give this thing a really deep cleaning, get into all those little nooks and crannies, spray everything out with a good dose of carb clean. If you don't have the tools or skills to facilitate cleaning your own carburetor, you can bring it to us because we have a very special tool that we like to use called the Ultrasonic. That's gonna be this guy right here. And what this does is it heats up water and solvent in this tank that you can see right here. And we drop your carburetor and all of its jets and pieces into this cage. And what it's gonna do is vibrate the water and solvent at a very high speed and rattle out all of that dust and grime and old ethanol and get your carb looking absolutely brand new. And then for all of you moto guys out there, this is likely what's gonna be in your 4-stroke bikes. This is an FCR carb. It's a little different than what you're gonna find in anything like this 110 we have here. It's a little more complicated. And what these have is called a mid-body. So this mid-body is full of little valves and passageways unlike any other carb. And every time you do a carb service on this, just like any other one, you're gonna need to buy a rebuild kit for your mid-body as well and make sure it's nice and clean and running well. And I forgot to mention, do not go and buy your carburetors off of the internet, guys. I know it's super tempting to go and find yourself a cheap off-brand carburetor for 20 bucks on eBay or Amazon, but please don't. Because in the end, it's gonna cost you a lot more money because that carburetor is not gonna be anywhere near as reliable as your Mikunis or your Kahins. And remember guys, if your carburetor isn't physically broken, we can fix it. We can make that thing run, we can rebuild it, we can clean it, and get you back on the road or the trail. Well guys, I gotta get this installed. We're running out of time. This has been another Tech Tip Tuesdays with your certified technician, Aiden, and we'll see you next week. Special tool called an ultrasonic. Oh no, the camera.